Hello everybody, and I'm so excited to bring you this video. It's been a couple days and I was just waiting for the right moment and the right time so that way most of the people who watch this video have seen the trailer. And I'm already going to assume that you guys know what I'm talking about. It has finally come. Me and my friend have predicted, and I was correct, that it would come on Friday of May 2016. I was so excited for it. I was so ready. Where to begin though? I mean, really, like, where to begin? Like, just where to begin? The trailer looks absolutely amazing. The gameplay, just a brief 2-second of like what it seemed to be of gameplay looked incredible. I cannot wait for the game. I'm so in shock. And if you guys don't already know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Battlefield 1. You guys may say, why did they go back in time? Well, I feel like this is a reason, is because they're coming out with Battlefield 2. I think the next oh my god, I'm an idiot. Guys. The next Battlefield I predict will be in a World War II, but more likely I feel like they went long term, and I think it will be Vietnam. You guys be saying, well, the new Battlefield hasn't even came out yet. Why are you already predicting? It's not even close. Well, we have to be sure about this because it would make sense, right? Because if they're gonna go back to World War I, which no game has done in years, and I think it should, my mind is blown. I'm so shocked because I thought they would never go back to World War I. No one would, because it's not like a Battlefield setting. There's not enough going on. There's not enough vehicles. You know, there's not enough stuff happening in the game, and I think that is why that they did it, is because it's so unique. As Call of Duty keeps going to the future, and Battlefield's bringing it back with the past of what everyone wants. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Leave a comment if you disagree with me. So, the trailer, if you haven't already seen it, is absolutely incredible. I encourage you guys to go check it out immediately. Leave the video. I don't even care. Just leave it, go watch it, and come back to it if you have the time. It's so incredibly amazing. It has 13 million views in less than like 6 days. I'm astonished. Let me just check the stats here real quick. Let's go to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And let's just see if it's beating it's beating Battlefield 1 right now. So let's check this out real quick. Call of Duty Infinite. No, ladies and gentlemen, Battlefield 1 is beating Call of Duty in trailer views, and it has came out later. I feel like this could be the year. I feel like it could be the year where we finally win. Battlefield has finally won. There you have it. One day ago, 13 million views. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Have we finally won? Has Battlefield finally gonna take it this Christmas? I think they will. That is my prediction. Getting back into the main video, the topic on this video, I think it was a great decision by DICE and EA. I feel like if they would have gone to the future, they went modern time, I feel like it would have, people would have been upset, because that's what the past 2-3 Battlefields have been, is nothing but modern. And I feel like they need to have a big change like this. So this means I was wrong. I automatically assumed there's no way it could be. There's just no way it could be a World War I. It doesn't have enough vehicles. It doesn't have enough guns and weaponry. And you know, Matimio made the same video, and I completely agree with them. We thought for sure it would be a World War II setting. That would make a little bit more sense. But I was predicting Vietnam. I thought that's where they would go. One, because Bad Company 2 had that DLC, the Vietnam DLC. Everyone loves that DLC. Why not make a game out of it? Well, this is what I think. I think the next Battlefield is going to be Vietnam. Because if they would have already released it, it wouldn't have made sense. They're going to go back, and then they're going to go forward. And I feel like it's going down the line. You're going to be able to look back on this video and be like, damn, this guy was right. Because I just have this gut feeling. Because how can you skip a chunk to go from Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 3, and then 4, and then blank. There's no 5 yet. So what is the deal? Why are they gonna do that? Why not go 2 and then 1? That is it. They're going to be bringing another Battlefield. There's gonna be a Battlefield 2. It's going to be in between World War I and modern time, or it could go in Afghanistan. But I feel like that's not gonna happen because that is exactly what Battlefield 3 covered. So I'm dead set on it. I feel like it's gonna be a Vietnam. But right now we're gonna be talking about the topic of the game and what we know so far as if Battlefield 1. Number one thing we know, there will be aerial combat, there will be tanks, and there's going to be a new feature, battleships. Yes, I feel like we're gonna get on this first because I'm so excited for this. I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how this feature will work. Maybe it'll be like a commander thing, like how in Battlefield 4. I don't know. It's so unpredictable at this time. We don't have a lot of information, but I'll tell you this. I've watched that trailer like 20 to 30 times, and I still am not getting enough of it. And like the music in the trailer was amazing. I was just stunned at it. I was just shocked. And I feel like that it's going to win this year. I feel like it's going to beat Call of Duty. It's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a catastrophe. I don't see how, again with Call of Duty, how they can keep going to the future and ignore the fans. I mean, sorry, myself included, I cannot take it anymore. You have to pay to be good in Call of Duty, and it's just stupid, and I can't stand it. It's so stupid to me sometimes, and I just can't get it. But it's still a great franchise, and I feel like just to compete with Battlefield, they had to throw in the COD 4 Modern Warfare 1. Yes, they did. They have thrown that in there, but the catch is you gotta pay $120 to $80 to get both games. Well, if it's $80, that's a reasonable price, but I feel like no one's gonna buy it for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Everyone's gonna buy it for COD 4 Modern Warfare 1. I feel like that's gonna be the big seller here. I think that's what everyone's focused on and everyone is excited for. But when it comes down to that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, I feel like no one's gonna actually buy the game. I think it's just be another Ghost because they're not listening to their fan base. Guaranteed though, Infinity Ward has already been working on this game after they released Ghost. So I feel like honestly they were making Ghost 2 and then they scrapped it because everyone hated the game. Me myself included, that was the first game I bought brand new opening night, and I was extremely disappointed within about a week of playing the game. I don't see how they could have made this game. I feel like it wasn't planned. I feel like it might have been, I feel like it was set after the cancellation of Ghost 2. But Battlefield has actually listened, and they're going back to the past, and this is what we know second. We know that there will be TNT. Yes, there will be TNT just like as soon as it's supposedly supposed to be like C4. As in the recon class on Battlefield 4, yeah, you can stick it on tanks. They took it from, supposedly people say, oh, it took it from the support class. Well, it's you know, it's a feature that I personally like and I can understand. And I think the game is going to be amazing, and I feel like like I've said a million times in this video, it will be Call of Duty. But here are some of the features I think you guys should know. There's going to be melee weapons, just like kind of in Battlefield Hardline. There's going to be multiple melee weapons, but they're going to have different statistics. They're going to have like different things in them, so that way it's like if you bring a mace, you might have more damage, but if you bring a shovel, you're going to be hitting them quicker. It's going to be quicker, you know, swing time. I feel like I could call it. But if you bring like the mace, I feel like you might lose because you're swinging less, but you have a little bit more damage. It's just all depends on your close quarters combat. But moving on, we know we'll have artillery in the trailer. Yes, it did have artillery. I don't know how that will work again. That might be a commander thing. We don't know yet, but I feel like it's a really cool thing that they've put that in the game. And hopefully it's in multiplayer. And I feel the next thing we're moving on to is aerial combat. Yes, there's going to be aerial combat. There wasn't much in World War I because there was a limited number of planes, But there was also a limited number of tanks, but they're still making it work. And as a matter of fact, in the trailer, you can see like 20 planes flying around in the background. And I feel like that's a really big detail, because it's like, are that many planes gonna be able to fly at one time? Like, is it gonna be that big? No, I think that it's going to be much like air superiority in Battlefield 4. I feel like they're gonna have that coming back to Battlefield 1. And let me tell you guys, it is so weird saying Battlefield 1. I want to say Battlefield 5 so bad. It's so weird. But moving on, we've seen the gun selection a little bit. We've had a bit of a peek at it, I should say. Not so much seen it. We've had a peek though, and I feel like they've actually improved most of the gun selection, because there was not a lot of weaponry in World War I. There was very few basic bolt-action rifle, mounted machine gun. That's pretty much all they really fought with. But there was a lot of experimental weaponry, and they were about to be used, and then they were canceled. So I think they're throwing in a lot of those, and I feel like they kind of have to, because otherwise I feel like it's not going to be, I don't know. I don't think it'll work unless they do that. I feel like, because there wasn't a ton of weaponry back then, I don't feel like it'd be enough for a Battlefield game. So I did think they threw in some experimental weapons, or some weapons that didn't quite exist. But they did research a lot of World War I era and put it in the game and implicated it in there. And I really do appreciate they did that, so that way you're not getting some stupid game that is like based on World War I, but you're not really getting World War I. And a favorite rifle, I can already tell, is going to be the Springfield rifle used by the British Army and military in World War I. And I can already tell I'm going to love that gun. The way it looks, I hope they implement that in the game. I hope that the accuracy and the fire rate's all implemented as if it was used in World War I. I feel like they will, because I feel like they want to stay true to it. And let's move on to the classes now. So as far as we know, there's going to be Assault. And then there's going to be TNT, so that I feel like there's sniper rifles, as they've confirmed, so there's going to be a recon or something to that extent, going to be implemented in the game, put in the game. So I think that's going to be something widely used by most players. I don't really see how they're going to make it work in a World War I setting. Again, like, that's just something we're going to have to wait and see. That's kind of one of my main concerns when I heard the possibility of a World War I video. Oh, and that was kind of one of my concerns, but hopefully they'll make it work. Now, you may be asking, anti-tank. Well, in the trailer, if you pause it enough, you can see an anti-tank grenade mounted on a soldier's back that gets hit by a shovel. Yes, a shovel. He gets hit by the shovel. He has an anti-tank grenade mounted on his back. It's basically a bunch of grenades put into one. You throw it on a tank, and it'll bust that thing open like a can. It's like a can opener. I feel like that's going to be something used as some sort of like an engineer class, or it could be like the grenade launcher off an assault class in Battlefield 4. I feel like it would be something like that. But they have confirmed that there will be, not confirmed, but there has been rumor and strong confirmation, if you want to call it that there will be syringes to revive your teammates, which I think makes sense, because back then they did have morphine. And a matter of fact, a fun fact for you, the German soldiers would have, basically it was like a drug, it was basically like heroin, that they were really badly injured, they'd inject it in themselves, and then they would be able to fight for 10 more minutes. And I feel like that might be kind of what they're using in the game, as they would have used it in World War I. That may be the case. Maybe not, but it might be the case of what they're doing. And if it is, I think that's part of what this should be used. And there also is going to be Destruction. Oh, I cannot wait. Destruction sounds so good. It's going to be so great. I cannot wait for Destruction. Hopefully they don't bring it, blow it out of the water like Bad Company 2. Like, that was a bit of a, bit of ridiculous destruction happening in the game. But that's as far as what we know right now. And I feel like I should let you guys know, and I'm glad I made this video. And comment down below, and there possibly may be a giveaway. There may be a giveaway. If I can get